Jessica. She is a good friend, and I'm really excited to show you her change. She says we really need to do it fast so she doesn't chicken out, right? I love it. So I'm going to show you guys. This is her hair, and what I'm going to do, and people have been asking, like, if I do a before and after. Before I color it, I'll usually cut it off. So I wanted to show you guys what her hair looks like before. I'm going to color it. I'm going to do like a 5N and a 4B up through this area. And then I'm going to do a melt into a few lighter pieces throughout here. And then we are going to cut it to shoulder length with a few little light layers. So when she curls it, it's really going to look pretty. And I am way excited. I can't wait for her to see the difference, like in her face, and her eyes are going to pop with a little bit of dark. She's still going to have some light throughout, but then to curl it, it's just going to be so cute. So I'm going to turn her around one more time so you can see the before, and then I will show you the after. After I get it colored, we're going to come in and do the cut. So you can watch that in just a second. Thank you. I got done coloring her hair. Like I said, I did a 5N and a 4B up through this area. And then through this area, I lightened it. And I'll show you the color when we get done drying. So I have parted it here and kind of combed here, but I wanted to wait and show you guys that the unknot detangler, you just shake it, and then you spray it through these ends. And you don't need much at all, but you can just, you can see it'll just comb right out. And I hadn't combed any of that out. I just combed this top out. Anyway, that will leave a light conditioner in your ends, so your hair will feel really soft, and it will shine also. So I love that. So I wanted to show you that. We also did, excuse me, a protein treatment on her, a mask. So I washed her twice, and then we put the Replenish mask on her and left it on for 5 minutes. Then I put the volume conditioner over her because she has fine, thin hair, and that will give it more volume. Okay, now we're going on to the cut. And we want it to sit here like on her shoulders once it curls. So you obviously need to know that when it curls, it's gonna shrink a tiny bit. So I am going to hold this down. Okay, so about to here, I'm just gonna bring this over. Because once you curl that a tiny bit, it's gonna come up a little, and we want it to sit right there. So just kind of know that if you're gonna be curling, it will come up a little bit. Okay, so I just comb this down with my comb, and then come over this way to connect with the middle. Okay, now I always tilt the head, make sure the chin, you know, is level. It's not up or it's not down, it's just level. And I'm going to angle this down a tiny bit. And this is gonna make her hair look super duper thick. And And I'm excited to show you after we style the difference. It's gonna be so fun. You're gonna be so glad you did it, Jess. That's the thing, it's scary to do it. I mean, I definitely am not, you know, like disregarding that it's scary when you have longer hair to cut it, because it is, it's really scary. But once you get used to it, it really is such a fun change. Okay, so I'm just coming this way. Okay, and then I tilt the head. Okay, now I am going down on an angle. Yeah, you're gonna feel like you have a lot of hair. I am excited. Okay, and then of course you're going to check both of the sides. Pull them down, and then make sure their head is straight when you check. Okay, perfect. All right, now what we're going to do a little bit of a layer up here. We don't want a ton, but you definitely want some layering through this area because when she curls, it's going to lift. In fact, maybe I'm gonna do this just so you guys can see better. Just gonna take this half of this, and I'm gonna pull it up. I think that's gonna stay, yep. Okay, then I'm gonna hold this out. And you can see how that dropped out. That's the length, so that's good. We just want that out. Now I'm gonna come straight up this way and just kind of cut into that. Okay. Same thing here, just pull this out. And that bottom falls out, which is great, that's the length. This will just take some of this bulk around this bottom area. So when you go to curl, you have some layering that's gonna lift it a little. Plus you wanna show off that color. Okay, now this side. Are you getting excited? Mm-hmm. Are you a little nervous?
No, not too bad.
Not too bad. A little bit, but not. Oh, thank you. She said she trusts me. That's a plus. And I always like to kind of come through here. Just hold this out. You can see that line. A little bit long through that area, a tiny bit. Okay, now I'm going to take the rest of this. Same thing, just hold this out. Well, that's good. That's hair you don't have to deal with anymore. Okay, so just kind of hold this up. I'm still kind of on an angle, you see that? I still want this a little bit longer back here, not so short. So that's why I kind of still had an angle towards the top. Does it feel lighter or anything?
It is.
Is it? You can kind of tell?
Yeah, I can start to tell.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see the before and after. And you're going to say probably, Jess, RaDona, why didn't you make me do this last summer?
I know.
She's kind of wanted to, you know, she's like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. And then she'll say to me, well, maybe not. So this time she's like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. I'm like, what? I want to record it. She's like, okay, yeah, we better do it before I chicken out. Yes. So it's super fun. Okay, so now I'm just coming over on this other side. And you can totally separate your parts, you guys, so you can kind of keep track of where you're at, because I don't want you to feel like I'm losing you here. Okay, so the side, same thing, just coming back here. Okay, now, just checking this a little. See that little corner I missed? That's why it's kind of nice to just come back up. Of course, I probably would have seen that obviously when I was drying, but that's why it's good to come back up vertical so you can see, or you know, come this way, horizontal. Vertical's up and down. Horizontal. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be cute. And that's the thing, is you guys can kind of see where this layer ends. So once you kind of curl that a little, it lifts. So that'll be just enough to give it that movement in the back. Okay, now we're going to take everything up from the ear. Go on an angle. Just take those little ends off. It's just gonna blend that side. Okay, I'm gonna take this top part first, and then I'll add this with it. And if they have thicker hair, you're gonna wanna take like this, that, and then pull it up. Okay, so you can see this layer back here, that's from this back. You want it all to connect. So I'm just gonna point cut into this, but my fingers are angled a little bit up because you want a little bit of that length in the front. Okay, then I take all of the hair, so I have that good guide point, like from that piece before. You guys can see. It's actually just kind of trimming that a little bit. Okay, perfect. All right, now, so it was awesome when we was talking about this cut. We was just waiting while, you know, her mask was on, and she's like, what do you think about like some not bangs, but like, and I had already had pictured in my head that same exact thing. So we're not doing bangs, but we are doing a longer bang, so when she curls it, you know, she has something fun through this area. So what you want to do is come down and around, just around her cheekbone, just below. We're going to just open and shut the shears like this. I'm going to turn her this way. And then I'm just going to take this corner off. Okay. Oh, hang on. I do that a few times a day, especially if you guys watch my videos, you know that. Okay. Okay, so you can kind of see it's just on an angle here. I do want to take a little bit more there. Okay, that's gonna be really cute. Even when she does it straight, that'll be cute like around her face. Super cute when it's curled too. Okay, so same thing over here. We're gonna start around this area. And I'm just gonna turn my shears this way and open, close, open, close. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, there goes my other comb. See, I just have a ton, so I keep grabbing. Okay, now through this area, this is where she's gonna want some body. So you don't wanna go by parts, don't go by parts, but you're just gonna come in a little bit and take a little bit of that hair out. I mean, not too much, but she needs some volume up through here. So you want some texture through there, so there's those shorter hairs. So the longer hairs will, you know, kind of lift up on the shorter hairs. So that's what helps give it volume. Okay, now, this is gonna be so fun. Sorry, I know I keep saying that, but just the difference is gonna be amazing. Okay, so I'm just combing out all the other hair. Now for styling, okay? Definitely I've already sprayed I'm not detangler, I'm just gonna give one little squirt on the sides. And my root lifter, just go through the root area and lift up and spray where you need. That volume. Okay, and I just rub that in. Okay, shake the mousse. 1.5. She has a little bit longer hair, so just 1.5. Very, very concentrated. You guys can see that. Usually mousse will look like clear after you do that because kind of just disappears, but this is very, very concentrated. Okay, now a tiny bit of the blowout cream, and I mean just little, just through her ends because we're going to be curling them, so we want to protect it from the heat. So the blowout cream protects from the heat. Okay, I'm gonna start my flat iron and I'm gonna dry. So I'm gonna flip this hair this way. You know what I'm also gonna do is add a little bit of thickening spray. And you can see that was just 3 little squirts around there. So obviously with the root lifter, you wanna go the opposite way so you get that volume. Okay, so now that it's about 80% dry, I'm just gonna take a little piece up, or leave, I guess, a little bit down, I guess I should say. Okay, then I'm gonna just set that there. And now this will give it just a little bit of body. And I'm not gonna, I mean, it's not like I'm getting it right into place because I'm gonna spray some texturizing spray, but I really want every little piece dry. Now when we get to this top section, you can kind of just dry it straight up, and I'll show you that in 1 second. You can see I just want to get each piece, I just want to get it really dry. You just don't want to start curling on any damp parts at all, because you'll obviously ruin your hair. You can even take the Epic wet brush if you have one of those and dry it with one of those when you get to this top like this. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna comb this through. I'm just really excited. Okay, so now before I curl, I'm gonna take the dry texturizing spray, and I'm just gonna take little sections. This is obviously gonna give it texture, make it fuller. But I love that this spray actually still makes it doesn't make it look dull, it's still shiny. Okay, so I've got that through there. A little bit through the front here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take little sections. Put this out of the way. Take my flat iron. And everybody curls different, obviously. I like to, I'm just going to show you, just going around. Then I like to go the opposite way. And we don't need it way curled, you know what I mean? So one curl, I'm kind of coming down. Then the next curl, I'm going back, if that makes sense. So it's just every other way. And then of course, the looser the curl you want, the bigger piece of hair section you're going to take. And like I say, we don't want it like way curly, but we want it curled. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to come down this way, and I'm going to turn the flat iron that way and let that go. Okay, so bring this, flip it, you just kind of glide it through, and then just hold it there. Okay, then I'm gonna take a section here on her side. And I always love to go away from the face. So I'm gonna come back this way. So I put the flat iron in front, so I'm going back. In fact, I'm gonna come this way. That's easier for you guys to see. Okay, so I'm going to come back and just twist that and come out. Okay, so, sorry, I'm gonna come this way now. Sorry, I'm trying to see which way you guys can see it the best. Okay, this, I'm coming this way. Okay, and then let that go. Then take another section here. Okay, I'm gonna just move that out of the way just a little bit. There's a little section here, so I'm just gonna come there and do that around. And you can see it just turns this way. Okay, so this, same thing, I'm gonna come on top here and I'm just gonna twist back and then let go. And then the front, remember, I always said go back. So I'm gonna take this and go away from the face. Okay. Take another another section here in the front. Are you so pumped? I am so excited. Okay, again, go away from the face. And depending on how curly you want it or how straight you want it is how much, like where you start up here and how you end the bottom. If you want it not as curly, just kind of let those ends, you know, hang out there. And you guys can see the sections that I'm taking. You know, they're a couple inches, not way wide, but just a couple inches. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this one down and around. And it really makes a difference on the flat iron that you have. If you have a flat iron that is doesn't heat real well, then you might have a problem, you know, just gliding through it like that. You know how it looks really easy. It could be catching your hair a little bit. So maybe just make sure your flat iron, you have a good one. That will help. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Again, I'm just going to come this way and twist. And then remember, back away from the face, okay? Back away from the face. Try not to let her see in the mirror. Okay, so I'm going to take a little section here. I'm going to come this way, you guys, so you can see it. Okay, back away from the face. Don't look. She's like, wait, I'm looking in the mirror. No.
I promise.
Good girl. Again, back away from the face.
That flat iron is like butter.
It is. It just.
It's a good one.
It is. This is a GHD Platinum. They definitely are a little more money, but I have had this, oh goodness, what, 2-3 years now? I mean, it is, and I use it every single day on my clients, and it's lasted and lasted. So it definitely is worth the money, but I understand, you know what I mean? When it's a chunk, it's kind of hard, but. Okay, so same thing here, just back away from the face. I can't wait for Shaylee to see this. Shaylee's her daughter. Okay, now I'm gonna come around here. There's a few pieces out. Right here, we're just gonna curl those. Okay, and a little section here. Okay, so one more time with the texturizing spray. Just gonna come through these curls. It's what's gonna give it all the body. What's gonna help, there's other stuff in there too. Okay, and then a couple drops of the oil. Rub it in really good. Okay, now with the Epic brush, I'm just gonna comb it through a tiny bit, just so it's soft. Don't want to mess with it too much. Okay, same with that side. Now what I'm going to do is just back comb a little bit up through the top. Now when I put that texture in earlier, this is really going to help this area. It's going to, you go in, down, and out like a little C shape. In, down, and out. So I'd say just a couple little areas there that you back comb. Then you kind of make this smooth. And same up here, just hold this. In, down, and out. Okay, you almost get to see. And if you want to leave yours down and flat, you obviously can, but with this style and the curl, I like a little bit of oomph, poof, volume, whatever you want to call it. I like to spray under where I back comb. Just helps it stay in a little better. Okay, now I'm just going to grab my Epic comb brush. Just so it smooths it out, and then you can just kind of place the curls back in place. Oh my goodness. Okay, are you ready to see? Yay! In fact, I gotta see how, okay, yeah, that's darling. Because I'm like, I haven't even seen it from the front. I'm just looking at it from where I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, I just want to make sure the back's good. And if you need to take your fingers and place the curls back where they need to go, then you can. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna come this way.
I really like it.
Do you like?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
Let me show you. Let's see, where, oh, right here. I'm gonna say, where's that mirror so you can see the back?
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Yes.
With just those layers through there?
I like it. That's so much better than what I was doing.
That's so cute. Well, you look adorable, so I love it. And okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jessica, for letting me do that fun change. I'm going to turn her around one more time so you can see. Okay, awesome. You guys have a good day, and we will chat later. Email list below if you want to jump on that for info and giveaways. So have a good day. Thanks, guys. See ya.